What's going on, everybody? We're having a nice chill grind today, and the Daily Incense just brought in a freaking Dragonite, and it's a 163. That's actually not bad at all. I haven't seen a wild Dragonite in a very long time. In fact, the last time I saw a wild Dragonite was during an event. What was that event, though? I don't quite remember what that event was, but I know that we had, like, Dragonites out in the wild, and it was really cool to see. And luckily, even though I threw a terrible throw at this one, we did catch it, so maybe it's a good one. Who knows? Let's take a look at him. He is a, wow, not bad at all, really, an 11, 14, 10. And the Daily brings in a shiny for me. We got a shiny Bronzor. This is a shiny boosted Pokemon for sure. It is 1 in 64. But it's funny because last time I got one of these was from the Daily in a very similar spot to this one. In fact, it was just down the road over there. So that's kind of weird. I know that's just coincidence and that doesn't really mean anything, but it is very strange. But anyways, let's take a look at this thing. Maybe it's good. It is not 469, but still a shiny for the day. That's nice. Another thing I want to work on right now is this Shundo Victory Bell. It's almost a best buddy. I only need to give it like 12 more hearts, and this right here will give me about 6 of them. Every time you pop and it like doubles the amount of hearts you get and fills all of your treat hearts. So now what we got to do is we got to pet him, and once we're done petting him, we can take a picture, and then we're going to be pretty close to done with it as long as it finally actually starts working. Come on, buddy. There we go. We made him happy, and then we take a picture. And now that he's out here, we should only need to get 2 more, so let's take a look real quick. Yep, 2 more hearts. And the way we're going to get those hearts is we're going to do a route that gets us down a pretty easy spot filled with spawns and stops. We're going to click this C nearby, click on this 2-1 right here, and then click over, and then we're going to start this one. And also, we got a Dedenne here. Are you not brown? Okay. Also, there are some Hummer limos right ahead of me. That's kind of strange. Well, we've made it to the end of the route, and sure enough, there is a cell here, but I'm already at 250, so it doesn't matter. But anyways, let's just wrap this thing up. But I guess we'll talk to Mateo. I don't have any open egg slots or anything, so I won't lose anything here. So we'll just exchange the gifts, and who knows, maybe we'll get one from a fun location. I do like getting the Japanese gifts, so this one is from Maryland. All right, why not? Mike, thank you very much. We'll pin it, we'll open it, because we have to open it. You can't not open the gifts that you exchange, which is interesting. See you later, Mateo. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna complete the route, and this should best buddy our Victory Bell. So let's see what we get from this. We get a Revive, we're gonna get ourselves some Fast TMs, some Stardust, and no XL Rare Candy, darn. But now that we've done that, we should have a best buddied Victory Bell, so yep, there it is. Cool. That's another Shundo down. I still need to work on my Chansey though. But before we work on our Chansey, check this out. This Audino is a shiny Audino. I have not seen a shiny Audino in a while. I used to think that they were boosted, and they might be, but I've clicked on a lot of them since like they've been out, and I haven't seen a shiny in a very long time. But this is pretty interesting because this does have a mega in the future, though admittedly it's probably one of the most useless megas that are out there, like honestly. As much as I hate to say it, I really don't see any use for Mega Audino in Pokemon Go right now, but let's take a look at it. Is it at least decent? No. We got an 11 for 11. And when it comes down to Chansey, let's see how many hearts we have to get. We need to get ourselves 94 hearts. So we're definitely not best buddying it by today, but we might as well work on it. We can get at least 20-something hearts today as long as we pop on this guy. So let's do that. And of course, we're gonna pet him, take pictures, we're gonna walk with him, we might even do a route, and we're gonna battle with him too. Well, I'm sad to say the Daily Instance is over, and we roar timed a few times, but I will say we did just get a shiny, but it is a cursed shiny for me. We got another shiny Rattata. For those of you that are new to the channel, you don't know just how many of these shiny Rattatas I have, and none of them were boosted. -1, I guess, technically. But I think we're in the 40s. That's how many shiny Rattatas we've gotten, and it's funny because they've never been boosted for any event ever. And honestly, I don't know why these things love me so much, though admittedly, it's also been a little while since we've gotten one of these things. We've had a decent break from them, but I knew it was going to catch up eventually, and let's just see how good this one is. It's a 11 for 13. Still kind of funny, though. You know what? Let's actually dive in and see how many rats we have. And it looks like we have 46 shiny rats in my collection. The only one that was boosted, I believe, is this one. This one that was definitely boosted because it's a party hat from raids. But other than that, every single other one of these have been caught in the wild, which is pretty nuts that we've done 46 of them. This is the shiny that I've gotten most of, period, outside of like a community day or something, but I don't really count those because those are really like boosted. These were predominantly full odds, or at least 45 of them were. If you have a shiny curse like this, let me know in the comments down below which one it is. And pretty much right next to the rat, we have another one of these Frigibaxes, and this time it's not weather boosted, but yet again, like I've said, we're seeing a lot of these things. I don't know why they're becoming so much more common lately, and maybe I'm just getting lucky and running into them, but like it feels like they've been boosted a little bit. That that and Jangmo-O. I've also seen a few times Goomies here and there, but mostly only when it's raining. But let's see how good this one is. It is a 6/6/11. Not bad all in all. So I was digging through the shop and I just found something amazing. Look at this. I got the Go Rocket box for $11.50. I get 7 radars, 2 star pieces, and a charged TM, which honestly, those other 2 things aren't that great, but 7 rocket radars, that's 1,400 in value. So you're basically getting like 1.5 for free with this. I love getting this box, and a lot of people love getting this box. This is a really, really good box. And I honestly haven't seen it in a little while, so I'm gonna go and load up on as many of these as possible, because this saves me money whenever the next round of Shiny Shadows comes out. I honestly can't wait until the Ultra Beast Wonder event, the final event of this season, to come out, because I mean, we got some cool stuff during that. We're getting Shiny Marini for the first time, which is a beautiful shiny, and I hope to get 2 of them so I can complete the set. Really looking forward to that. But not only that, we also have Blacephalon and Stakataka, 2 brand new legendary Ultra Beasts. I guess they'll be in legendary raids. And obviously I want to get my hands on them, though they can't be shiny yet, but they'll be shiny during Go Fest. But yeah, man, when it comes down to this game, like, motivation is a big thing for me. Like, if there's a new spawn or a new shiny or something like that, something to kind of get me out there and going. And right now, this event, that's really not a thing. I mean, we've got the Master Ball, which is pretty cool, but I'm on the time-gated part right now. I'm 4 out of 7 days done with it, and then I'll officially get my Master Ball, and I think I'll be getting it by like Monday. But other than that, this event has nothing right now. Like, the quests are okay. You can get more Ultra and Great Balls if you need to, but there's no new spawn or anything like that. Like, this one's a very kind of like meh event for me. So I'm definitely looking forward to some better events, but also I am very much looking forward to Go Fest. And I never really officially said it, but I will be going to all 3 of the Go Fests. Sendai, Madrid, and New York. I'm going to every single one of them. So if you see me there, please come up and say hi. But I'm also just very excited for the spawns too, because there's quite a few shinies that I want to get my hands on, but also we're going to be getting ourselves Marshadow, which is an insanely good mythical. Let's dive into Go Hub real quick and show you what Marshadow is going to be like. So it is a fighting and ghost type mythical Pokemon, and it has a max CP of 4217. So already it gets into the 4000s at its max at 100%, of course. If you get a perfect one, that's the number you'll get. And when it comes down to its stats, it's not bad. Its attack is 265, its defense is 190, and its stamina is 207. So it's a pretty attack-weighted Pokemon, which makes sense for a lot of fighting types. And its moves aren't bad either. Its fast attacks are Sucker Punch, Poison Jab, and Counter. Obviously, Counter is the best one to have out of all of those. Poison Jab's not bad, but Counter is really good. But then we get to the charge moves, and it gets Ice Punch, Rock Slide, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Close Combat. So obviously, you would want to run Close Combat on it because it gets stabbed, but I mean, Rock Slide is great against flying types that you'd be fighting, and the Elemental Punches are great for baiting out things in PvP. Like, honestly, this feels like a very PvP mythical. But honestly, with its attack stat, I could see Counter and Close Combat making it a very good fighting type Pokemon for raids as well. Now, I should mention that the only way you're getting a Marshadow is if you're going to one of the in-person Go Fest events. If you don't go to any one of those, you gotta wait until it comes out worldwide, which usually happens the following year. Kind of like how we just had Diancie a little bit ago, but we had it during the previous Go Fest. It'll be the same with Marshadow. And if you are going to one of these in-person Go Fest events, the CP you're looking for on your Marshadow is a 1599. That is the 100%. Since it's gonna be a research encounter, it will be level 15, which means it will be a 1599 as a hundo, but hopefully you won't get your hands on a 1533. That's the 10-10-10. Honestly, my luck with these mythicals are terrible. I think the only really good one I got was a Zarude, which was a 15-15-12, which is pretty good all things considered. I mean, like, every other mythical I've gotten has been just terrible, so I'm hopeful that my Marshadow will turn out good, because honestly, it seems like a very good Pokemon. But like, honestly, if I get like a 96 or higher, I'll probably max this thing. I have enough XL rare candies to give it. I'll probably get enough candies throughout all the events. And I'm also pretty excited about this Pokemon because it was very overpowered in the VGC. And in fact, it was banned in a lot of tournaments and stuff like that because it was just that good. So hopefully it'll be that good in Pokemon Go, but we'll have to wait and see until it finally comes out. And for those of you that aren't going to any of the in-person events, don't worry, because I know you're not going to get yourself a Marshadow for a little bit, but you are going to be getting 2 Pokemon that are insanely overpowered, and they're for everybody. Whether you're doing global or an in-person event, you're going to be able to get this Pokemon. Though admittedly, the people that are going to the in-person event are going to get it a little bit in advance before everyone else, but these are still going to be available for everybody eventually. And that's Necrozma, and specifically I want to talk about Dawnwing's Necrozma, because apparently the moves have been data mined, and it's looking pretty darn good. Its best moveset right now is Psycho Cut and Moongeist Beam, and since it is a Psychic and Ghost type, it gets stabbed with both of these. And apparently it's become the #1 Ghost type in the entire game. Once this comes out and all the moves are accurate and they haven't been adjusted or anything like that, this thing is probably going to be insane. Though I have heard some arguments that some people think that Shadow Claw is going to be better for it with Moongeist Beam, because that is a double Ghost type thing, and that makes it even better against Psychic type legendaries like Lugia and of course Mewtwo. But in the end of the day, I guess it really just comes down to how much damage you can put out, and it looks like Psycho Cut and Moongeist Beam is the best bet. And I've also heard that Dusk main Necrozma is going to be just as insane when it comes down to being a Steel type Pokemon, because its best moveset is Psycho Cut and Sunsteel Strike. But again, there has been some arguments that Metal Claw will be better for it because it is a steel type, and then it'll have double steel type moves. Psycho Cut's just really good for getting a lot of energy fast, so you can throw those charge moves out. But yeah, I mean, honestly, you guys really need to raid these as much as you can. Get as much Necrozma energy, as much fusion energy as possible, and try to get some hundos. Hopefully you can get 2 of them, 1 for each of the forms, because in the end of the day, that's kind of all you need. Though obviously you might want to have whole teams of these things too, so it just depends on how much you really want to grind for it, but these are insanely useful Pokemon. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. We got some shinies, we took care of some stuff, and then we talked about some really important things that are coming to the game very soon. And if you want to learn how to get a perfect of the Duskmane or Dawnwing's Necrozma, definitely check this video out right over here. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for me, show me some love, but with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.